Hey guys, welcome. This is Noel from DailyMuscle, and we are at episode 25 of the AskDailyMuscle show. And what I really wanted to talk to you about today is about getting enough sleep. The question is, are we sleeping enough to lose weight or to lose fat or to see our fitness goals? And for a lot of us, the thing is, we actually never thought of sleep as being part of the whole equation. We always look at fitness, we always look at the workouts, but the one thing, we look at fitness, we look at the workouts, we look at getting the latest fitness equipment, we look at getting a gym membership, we look at joining the coolest new boot camp, and all that is great. We get our fitness in check, and we also look at eating, we look at our diet, we look at supplements, we look at protein shakes, we look at counting our calories or macronutrients. We do these too because we've always been told that you just need to work out and eat right, but one big missing chunk of the whole equation is really our sleep. So you got to work out, you got to eat right, and you got to sleep right. The third one, not many people talk about it. And sleep actually not only refers to sleep, but it really refers to rest. That means when you work out and when you train and when you are, especially if you're on a fat loss routine and you're consuming less calories than what you require, your body needs to repair, your body needs to recover, you need to regain your strength, you need to rebuild, and like I said, you need to repair. So if we do not allow our body that chance to recover, you're not really going to be seeing the results that could be as good as it can be. So I put up a post just earlier today on my Instagram, and I'm going to pull it out right now, where I just gave very briefly 6 reasons to sleep enough. And I think these are important because we all know that sleep is important, right? We know that sleep is important. We know and we hear it all the time that we need 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep. But a lot of us don't realize that these things actually happen when we don't get enough sleep. So let's very quickly run through them one by one, right? So the first thing that happens when you don't get enough sleep is you have an increased desire for delicious carbs. So if you find yourself always craving for croissants, for breads, for pastries, you walk past the bakery, you see that piece of cake and your heart starts to beat faster, all those things. If you're wondering like, man, why am I craving all these things? Chances are, I'm not saying definitely for sure, but chances are it could be because you're not getting enough sleep. So you're going to start craving for all these kinds of foods, okay? The next thing we want to talk about is a reduced willpower to resist this food craving. So now that you're craving all these foods, Now that we're craving all these foods, not only are you craving these foods, you actually have less willpower. Why? Because you're tired, you're stressed, you didn't get enough rest. And when you see that piece of cake or someone comes and brings all of that and offers it to you, what you're going to do? You're going to cave in. You're going to accept it right away because you have no willpower, because you're exhausted, you're mentally tired. So whatever I put in front of you, you're going to eat it. Is that right? Now the third thing is increase hunger. So you're going to find your body always hungry. Number one is you're already working out. It's going to increase your hunger a little bit. But when you're stressed and your body goes into a kind of mode where you're not getting enough rest, some of the side effects that you can experience includes increased hunger. And how many of us know that if your goal is fat loss and we're already struggling with managing our hunger, now you're going to increase that feeling of hunger just because you're not sleeping enough. It's just going to make things much, much harder on your body and for you to see results because you're always going to be eating, okay? Next one is actually studies have shown that people who don't get enough sleep actually can overeat up to 300 calories extra per day. 300 calories extra. Why? Because you're always picking on this, picking on that. Or when you eat your normal meal, because of your increased hunger, because of your desire for more carbs, even what you're normally eating for your breakfast, lunch, dinner, you're going to probably end up taking a little more. And how much more? Studies have shown that it can average up to 300 calories, which is quite a lot because it adds up. So 300 calories in excess daily, keep that up for a month, it's going to be 1 to 2 kgs of weight gain right there just because you're not sleeping enough. Okay? Next one. No, not this one. We're over here. Poorer food choices. I guess that goes along with not being able to have the willpower, not being able to say no to these food cravings. Is automatically going to end up in you making poor food decisions. So when it comes to breakfast, when it comes to lunch, or if you go out to a buffet or you go out to an open house somewhere, you're going to be making poor food choices because you're tired, you're exhausted, and last but not least is your body switches to a more of a fat storage mode because you're not getting enough sleep. Your body looks at the whole situation and thinks that, okay, there's some kind of emergency going on right now, so let's hold on to our resources and let's store more fat than to give it up. Get it? So if you're stressing out your body when you don't get enough sleep, that's stress. When you work out, that's stress. When your body's constantly stressed, it's not going to want to willingly give up to your calories, to the fat. Okay. So here's the thing: if you're someone who have tried everything, if you've got your workouts in check, if you've got your eating in check, but you haven't got your sleep right, that means you're not getting. If you're only getting like 3 hours, 4 hours daily, consistently, then I want to encourage you that if you feel that you're stuck, you're not able to take your fat loss to the next level, or that you want to see better progress, you want to be able to approach your workouts full of energy, you want to have great productive days ahead, I want to invite you to actually be more serious with your sleep, your recovery, and to aim to get 6 hours minimum. So if you're someone who gets 4 hours right now, even 6 hours seems like a long stretch. So how about just getting 15 minutes extra per day? So if tonight the plan is if you can take the time to go to bed 15 minutes earlier, that'll be great. Okay, so the trick behind this is to really go to bed earlier. The reason we don't get enough sleep is because we go to bed late. When you go to bed 2-3 a.m., your next morning you can't shift that time to wake up, but you can shift the time that you need to go to bed. So if you're someone who's consistently getting, let's say, 6 hours of sleep, and you want to make it to 6 hours and 15 minutes, which is good, any progress is still progress, then I want to encourage you to go to bed 15 minutes earlier. And of course, your whole sleep ritual starts much earlier. If you find that you can't fall asleep, you go to bed and then you're lying there with your eyes wide open, you may want to limit your screen time and not go to bed being busy on Facebook or watching the news, people dying here and there. Is not the kind of thing you need right before you go to bed. It's just going to affect the quality or how fast you fall asleep, right? So that's it. This is a simple, quick explanation on why we all kind of need more sleep. So if you've never thought of it that way, I hope that you've learned something new today about sleep, and that it is actually more important than you think. It's not just about the rest that you get and feeling great the next day, but it actually affects your results, especially when it comes to fat loss. Okay, it's funny. A lot of us. It's what happens when your phone runs out of battery. We hurry around trying to find a charger to plug it in because we don't want our phones to go low and on battery and die. We take better care of our phones. We make sure that our phones are always fully charged. But when it comes to our body, we don't care. We just survive on less sleep. All right, so think about that. All right. So again, if any questions, just comment below. I'm looking at what you all have said. If you have any questions, so there we go. Kalpana saying that she's binge eating due to stress. So here's the thing: stress is lack of rest in a way, and not getting enough sleep adds on. And then I know you're working out, and working out is actually physical stress. So all kinds of stress is still stress to the body, and getting a bit more sleep and spending some time to relax actually can help. So it's not just about getting more sleep, but it's getting more rest throughout the day. All right, so Rumini says you replace your sleep during the weekends. Well, let me tell you something, that sleep is something that you actually can't replace. If you lose it, it's gone. If within the day, having a nap can help, but not everyone has the luxury of having a nap. So you're someone who's always been sleeping 5 hours every day, and you tell yourself that I'm going to sleep the whole of Saturday. Sorry, but it doesn't work that way. In fact, if you get into a routine where you do not wake up and sleep on a consistent basis, it's just going to make you feel like shit. Trust me, it does. So you can't replace your sleeping hours, all right? That's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for posting your questions. Keep the questions coming. I will go back and look at this video later and answer any questions you may have, all right? So go to bed early, get some sleep tonight, and I'll talk to you tomorrow at the next video.